Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Lawz. My name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. I spend significant time studying the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and I do my best to stay in my lane and only talk about political things, government, things like that. But what I've seen tonight, I found in the Epstein files, and it has absolutely shook me. I mean, really. I was sitting here a few minutes ago on the verge of tears. I still am. What you're gonna hear tonight is going to shock you. It's gonna infuriate you. It's gonna make you. This is gonna make you angry. I am beyond shook. Don Andre Investigations. We got to jump on a call, buddy. This is going to make you extraordinarily angry, and you're going to cry for justice. You're going to call out for justice. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. That's real. This is real. These are the emails that were released by the DOJ. These are the Epstein files. And the most shocking thing, hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? The most shocking thing that you're going to hear is that there's no Epstein files. It's a Democratic hoax. That's the most shocking thing in the world. Pizzagate is real. You remember Pizzagate? Remember that they said they were trafficking children and they were using the code word pizza? It's absolutely... I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Is that okay? Does that sound a little bit better? You see where it says right above my head, the pizza monster? I'm about to show you about 12 documents, 10 or 12 documents you're about to see right now that Pizzagate's real. And it's going to make you angry. This is going to make you absolutely furious. I was sitting here by myself a few minutes ago on the... I'm so sorry, you guys can barely hear me. Can you hear me okay now? You really can't hear me very well? Is that all right? Audio's good? Oh, someone just got in. Okay, I turned my gain all the way up, so it might even get a little staticky. Hit the like button, everybody. I see you guys in the crowd. Gary, I see you. Kevin Gordon, I see you. CEO, I see you. Henry, I see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Thank you. All right, let's just get right into this, okay? And hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This is going to make you want to vomit. Okay. So let me move my big fat head out of the way here. And we're going to get right into this. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is from here, and they blocked out the name. And that's the part that made me the most angry, is that they blocked out the name. And subject R.E. the Pizza Monster. That's what it is. And this is dated April 26th, 2016. And it goes on to say, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. You're talking about a child. And then it goes on, sent from my iPhone. And then it says here, Jeffrey Epstein on April 26, 2016. His email address, and this is the thing about Google. Google has every one of Epstein's emails. Why doesn't Google release the name of this person? JEE Vacation, that's Jeffrey Epstein, E Vacation. He writes back, she looks pregnant. I thought they were talking about pizza. What do you mean she looks pregnant? What does she looks pregnant mean? What does that mean? The look of bliss and excitement, the pizza monster. Yeah, that's the pizza. That's what it says right here. Yeah, that's the pizza. You're talking about a child. She looks pregnant. Okay, so then the next email down, this one is Saturday, September 23rd at 3:20 p.m. Ask Jen Sitzko. Can someone right now, someone in the crowd right now, look up who Jen Ciezsko. Someone in the crowd right now, look her up. I want to know. Alert. Ask Jen Sitzko if she tipped the pizza guy. So was that a male prostitute? If pizza is sexuality and sex, what does that mean? And who is Jen Sitsko. Who is that person? Who is that person? Who is that human being? Ask Jen Sitsko. And this is 2018. Remember, the Epstein files are a hoax. It's not real. It's a Democratic hoax. Remember that. Email number 3 on this particular one, because there's more. There's a lot more. There's some that it's going to make my eyes water and I want to scream out loud. Okay. So this is from Daphne Wallace. And this was sent on Tuesday, September 22nd at 6:09 p.m. And this is to Jeffrey Epstein. And this says, the subject is, may I bring in your slice of pizza to you? Slice of pizza to you. So who is Daphne Wallace? Can someone put the name in the chat, Daphne Wallace? I want to know who Daphne Wallace is. Who is Daphne Wallace? Daphne Wallace says, may I bring your slice of pizza in to you? Who is that? Who is Daphne Wallace? Good to see you, Giggle Galaxy. I don't know who Daphne Wallace is. She tipped the pizza guy. That is just, what are we talking about here? We're talking about sex trafficking children. And I'm not going to change it to SA. I'm going to say what it is. They're sex trafficking children. This one is particularly disturbing. And this, just so you know, I'm going to allege that it's Leslie Wexner, who owns Abercrombie and Fitch and Victoria's Secret, and he's a multi-billionaire out of Ohio. Wait till you read this fucking email. Wait till you see this. This says Leslie Groff. Can someone look up who Leslie Groff is? Leslie Groff. Is that Leslie Wexner's pen name? I'm not sure. And this is sent on May 30th, 2017. And this email says, on May 30th, 2017 at 12:23, Leslie Groff writes this. Haha, no, I didn't need a pizza, but thank you for the offering. Who says thank you for the offering when it comes to a pizza? Who gives a shit about a pizza? What are you talking about? And then it says, see you at 4 p.m. and thanks on the apartment info. And then the reply here, May 30th, 2017 at 12:21 p.m. This is going to say, leaving tomorrow early, and yes, of course, we will be there at 4. You need a pizza. The Pizzagate conspiracy was and is and remains real. We're seeing it right here. We're seeing it right here. Sent from my iPhone. Then another reply here on May 10th, 2017 at 11:29 a.m. Leslie Groff. I don't know if that's Leslie Wexner with a pen name, or is there a Leslie Groff? Hello, Bobby. Okay, so now who's Bobby? Hope you have been having a great time with your honey, reconfirming you will both come see Jeffrey at 4 p.m. today. With your honey? Oh, I should be reading it the other way? Sure, no problem. Do you know if you will be leaving tomorrow or July 1st? So the whole thing is about trafficking children. Now, this one here is from Vladson Kotrin. Who is Vladson Kotrin? I got you, Mascaron. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll do it from the bottom up from now on. And then it says on Wednesday, September 30th, 2015 at 6:11 p.m. Subject, your pizza is yummy, yummy. And then it says, thank you for the pizza today. Really good. XO. That is just unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Now this one says this is from, and they blank out the name. I don't know who it's from. And this is to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject, Veru. On Friday, April 6th, it says Veru Equity Research Brookline PDF. And this says, this is better than a Chinese cookie. What does that mean exactly? Leslie Groff is the former longtime executive assistant to the late financier and the convicted offender Jeffrey Epstein. She worked for him for 20 years. So it's not Leslie Waxner. This is better than a Chinese cookie. See attached. What's attached? What's attached? Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Go no. Nobody else can understand. So this whole thing, and let me do what the gentleman in the chat asked me to do. So let me go from the bottom up here. This one says, hello, Bobby. Hope you have been having a great time with you, honey. Reconfirming, you will both come see Jeffrey at 4 p.m. today. So is this an email from the island? Do you know if you will be leaving tomorrow or June 1st? Then here's the reply. Leaving tomorrow morning early, and yes, of course, we will be there at 4. You need a pizza? They're talking about a child. They're talking about a child. Do you understand that, right? They're talking about trafficking a child. Sent from my iPhone. And then the response here, sent from my iPhone on May 30th, Leslie Groff wrote, haha, no, I don't need a pizza, but thank you for offering. See you at 4 p.m. and thanks on the apartment info. Okay, so there's a couple more here, and the next one is made my fucking blood boil. And I said, I've got to show people what I'm looking at so I'm not just here by myself, almost in tears and just ready to scream at what we're seeing here. This is so disgusting, you can't even get your head around it. So this one here, it says here, to Baldson, who is Baldson? Baldson Cotrin. From Leslie Groff. Merci beaucoup. On September 30th, down the bottom one first, it says, and so this is, I'm not sure if, it must be from Bladson to Leslie, and then she replies. It says, thank you for the pizza today. Really good. XO. Leslie. And then the reply is, Merci, Leslie. It's me, Planticier, which I believe it's my pleasure. My pleasure. I think it's French, my pleasure. Then this one down here, this is to Jeffrey Epstein. And it's on Friday, February 10th, 2012. Good afternoon. Would it be possible for Bryce and I to go over to Red Hook and have a quick pizza meal? What the are you go over real quick and grape a kid? That's what they're saying right there? Because this is plain as day that they are talking. They 100% are talking about raping children. The pizza is the child. They 100% are talking about raping a child. Warm regards, and then they blank out the name. But we can find out what LSJ LLC is, and it's 6100 Red Hook Courts, Quarter Suite, B3, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And then there's a facsimile number, but there's no phone number. Okay? This one here. This is from Roy Hodges. Who is Roy Hodges? Because apparently their whole crew raped a bunch of kids. And this says, on Saturday, the 9th of March, allegedly, this says, I want to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. Now at that point right there, this point right here, now your fucking blood should be, it's real. It's real. Wait till you get the next one. It's even worse. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. What are you talking about? Do what? Thanks for the pizza. Thanks for letting us do that. What, eat pizza? That does not make sense. That does not make sense at all. What are you talking about? Hello, whatever your name is. I'm sitting here showing you that Pizzagate was real. I completely and utterly denied it. I said Pizzagate is fake. You guys are fucking nuts. You guys are crazy. I had big fights with some of my hometown friends who I was raised with since I was a boy, that Pizzagate was completely and utterly fake. And it was a made-up conspiracy theory, nonsense, garbage. Wait till you get to the next one. Wait till you get to the next one. Wait till you get to this one, where they talk about, do you want me to torture her or just do her? And they're talking about pizza again. It's about pizza. So it's plain as day. It's right here. Here it is. This is just disgusting. This is just, and the key for grape soda. There's 3 emails in this one. This one just made me want to scream. And I knew I had to go live to get this off my chest so that you people could look at it with me. This is horrible. This is to, and we don't know who it's to. But listen to the words here. Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her? On what? Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her? What are you talking? Do her or torture her? How did those go hand in hand? What the fuck is wrong with people? And then it says, do you want me to try to do her or just torture her on Friday, September 9th, 2011? And then it says, Tancredi. Can someone put this name into Google real quick for me? I'm going to spell it out, put it in the chat. TANCREDI MARCHIOLO. Can someone please put that into Google and see if we can see who that person is? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. So Jeffrey, I don't know if he's responding. Okay, now this is a different email. This is Jeffrey Epstein, who's gvacation at Gmail. Hey, Google, release the emails. Show us the unredacted emails. I want to see who it is. I guarantee you that the victims will not care. They just want these guys brought to justice. Okay, then it goes down here from Boris Nikolic. From Boris Nikolic. Is that an investor? Thank you, Moose. That's an investor. Someone put this in. Do you want me to do her or just torture her? So doing her and torturing her is a regular thing, apparently, in this disgusting cult of raping kids. Okay. So this says from Boris, subject, I can already see Jeffrey is becoming a new mother, Teresa. Jeffrey's becoming a new mother, Teresa. Feeding hungry children and taking care of poor. If this happens, I will get very scared and the end of the world is soon. Now this one right here, this is from Harry Fitch. Harry Fitch. Okay, I don't know who that is. Someone can put that into Google. Someone look up right now. I see you, Giggly. Someone look up right now who Harry Fitch is. F-I-S-C-H. You could probably put billionaire. Okay, Tancredi. Jinx, who is Tancredi? Mikey B's in the chat. What's up? Who is Tancredi? Does anybody know who Tancredi is? Right, Momo. Just torture her or just do her? And then there's an image here. What image is that? It's from Harry to Jeff Epstein, and then there's an image, and it says, "Holy shit, Chunky." You talking about a child? You talking about? Did you look that up, KT? Oh, Tancredi's in the UK government. Is that right? Is that right? Fitch is a doctor. Holy shit. Okay. Holy shit, Chunky. I forgot about that. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? So what is grape soda? We know pizza is some sort of child. We know it's a child. Don't be stupid. It's a child. Harry Fisher is an MD. Is he super rich? Is he a billionaire? Because this is a billionaire boys club, 100%. So here it is again for people who just got in the room. I forgot about that. Chunky, and they sent a picture of a child here. Holy shit, Chunky, I forgot about that. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? Sent from my iPhone. And then the reply, there's an image. There's an image. And we don't know what that image is. He just sent an image. He sent that at 12:34. So that's at 18:46. Wow. 2 active Hello, how you guys doing? Good to see everybody. You guys hit the subscribe button, double tap, hit the like button. Welcome to Delete Lawz. This is not the usual. Oh, remove the G from grape. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Juan Wick. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you, guys. So let's read it again and let's remove the G from grape. Yeah, I used to love grape soda. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda? What does that mean exactly? What does that mean exactly? I have no idea what that means. Rape soda? That doesn't really make sense. That doesn't really make sense at all. But there it is. This absolutely exemplifies that Pizzagate is real. Pizzagate is real. Because this one right here says, and this is from Blocked Out. We don't know who sent that. And it's called the Pizza Monster. Ugh. Why is this name blocked out? Google has the name because it went to a Gmail account. So Google has it. You mean a radiating soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. There it is. There it is right there. I mean, there it is. You mean the radiating soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. What does that mean? I know what it means. And then she looks pregnant. How does a pizza look pregnant? Yeah, that's the pizza. She looks pregnant, and then the response is, you mean a radiating soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. She looks pregnant, huh? And then did we figure out who this woman is? Alert, ask Jen Sitzko if she tipped the pizza guy. Who's the pizza guy? Who's the pizza guy? What does that mean? What does that mean? Because just so you know, I was completely anti-Pizzagate. I had big fights with friends about it. I thought it was the most ridiculous fucking thing I'd ever heard, that they would nickname pizza. I thought it was fake. You would never describe pizza like that. That is absolutely true. I thought the Pizzagate thing was so fake. And then Daphne Wallace. Did we figure out who Daphne Wallace is? This isn't a political conversation, man. Fuck off. We're talking about the Epstein files and Pizzagate. This has nothing to do with your dumpster fire of a president or the pedophile Bill Clinton. That has nothing to do with this. Get the fuck out. Moderators, kick that asshole out. Go eat a dick, dude. We're talking about raping children through these files right here, and we're talking about Pizzagate. We're not talking about Trump or Clinton or Republican, Democrat. Get your shit straight, bro. You're not welcome around here, dude. Get out. So this is from Daphne Wallace. And Daphne Wallace sends this to Jeffrey Epstein. And Daphne Wallace, this is how you know that they're talking about raping kids. May I bring in your slice of pizza to you? Respectfully, Daphne. So has he groomed her to the point where she responds to him in some way? Did anybody here who can do it? Just real quick, and we'll just wait for 1 second, okay? This is insane. This is insane. Does anybody know who Daphne Wallace is? And why is her name unredacted, but the pedophile who says, you mean the one that's glowing that's the right pizza. Why is his name covered, but Daphne Wallace is a former associate of Jeffrey Epstein's who served as a key administrative and logistical coordinator for his operations in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So she was probably groomed by him, probably in the cult, raped by him. And she eventually was like, yeah, just incredible. Just incredible. Just, wow. Yeah, these guys should absolutely be taken out. She handled logistics. I see that. Shirts, handkerchiefs. Wow. Okay. So Daphne Wallace, why isn't Daphne Wallace in prison? And what does that mean exactly? May I bring your slice of pizza into you? What does that mean exactly? I mean, anybody who's watching this should get chills up and down your spine. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I mean, it really is the most disgusting thing I ever saw. And that's why I'm here doing this live stream now. Let's go from the bottom up. And we talked about this one. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. I don't know, Global Cast. I don't know, dude. Yeah, Joey, don't spam, dude. Just take it in that they're referring to the trafficking of children as pizza. They're referring to raping children as pizza. And it's better than that was better than the Chinese cookie, is what one of these emails said. And this one here. Would it be possible for Bryce and I to go over to Red Hook and have a quick pizza meal? What does that mean? Would it be possible for Bryce and I to go over to Red Hook and have a good pizza meal? So did Epstein just have a bunch of underage women on an island? Listen, it goes above. Someone just said, my only question for you as a law scholar is, how are you going to get them locked up? Dude, these people are beyond touchable. Trump is protecting them. We see Trump protecting him. That's how he's lost so much of his base. Trump has lost a lot of people because he's hiding who these people are. And the DOJ is at his discretion. So that we're seeing it right now. Thank you for the pizza today. Can we go over and get a piece of pizza real quick? It's just sick. Thank you for this pizza today. Really good. XO. What does that mean? Well, I think we know what it means. I think we absolutely know what it means. Daphne Wallace is not in prison because she has not been charged with a crime. While her name appears in millions of unsealed Epstein-related documents released in early 2026, says Giggle Galaxy. Thank you, Giggle Galaxy. Hey, Donut, how you doing, buddy? No, Trump did not release the Epstein files. Don't be ridiculous, bro. How gullible are you? He did not. He was forced when they went down to a vote that only required 50% of the Senate. And Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna pushed it through, a Republican from Kentucky and Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California. Trump fought it tooth and nail. What are you talking about, bro? Are you just a brainwashed shill? I mean, how dumb are you? Why'd Trump release him? He didn't. He was forced. It's just so stupid, dude. That's right. Rachel, I said this on my Facebook post. There's an episode of Ellen with Jennifer Aniston talking about how Jennifer has the best pizza parties. And I always think back to that, and I thought it was so insane. You remember when Ellen DeGeneres handed out pieces of pizza? Do you remember that? That was unbelievable. And P. Diddy was on the show when she did that. But I still think that this one is the most disgusting of all of them. I can't stay on long. I only came on to release this, that Pizzagate is real. According to these documents, if you don't know that Pizzagate is real, I don't get. Turn on your camera and see if 2,000 people show up, okay, brother? And then come back to my chat. Otherwise, F off, dude. I don't give a shit what you think, bro. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. Team DLZ, put it in the chat. We don't stop. We don't stop. And now watch, my friend. Watch. Just so unbelievable. It's Red Hook is a historic waterfront neighborhood in southwestern Brooklyn, known for its industrial chic vibe, maritime heritage, and unique food scene, offering stunning views of the Statue of Liberty. Wow. We don't stop. Put it in the chat, everybody. We don't stop. Let me get 2,000 we don't stops in the chat. At least 1 or 2 from everybody. Put it in the chat. Put it right in that chat, if you would, pretty please. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. Tower Time's in the chat. I see you, brother. I see you. I only stop for red lights. Well, you shouldn't have to stop for red lights if there's nobody around. You should be able to drive right through a red light. This one right here. And so did anybody figure out who Tancredi Marchiolo? Tancredi Marchiolo. I think that's an Italian name. I think that is Italian name. Tancredi Marchiolo. I want to know who Tancredi Marchiolo is. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Tancredi Marchiolo. And then this one says, this is the worst one. Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her on? And then they blocked it out. They blocked it out. Why did they block it out? Why did they block that out? Why can't we see it? What are we, children? No, you're raping children. Our government is full of pedophiles. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a constitutionalist. And our entire government, a good portion of our government, is packed full of pedophiles. That's an absolute fact. That's an absolute. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Our government is full of pedophiles. You're seeing it right here. You're seeing it right here. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Really found. Tancredi Salvador Marchiolo is a hedge fund executive. And a partner at Bremner Capital LLP. Tancredi Marchiolo is a hedge fund executive and partner at Bremer Capital LLP. Holy shit, is another billionaire. And he's writing shit like let me grab a picture of him real quick. Let me grab a picture of him. I'm going to show you guys if I can find a picture of him, Tancredi Marchiolo. Okay. Wow. And there's hedge fund manager of the year. He's hedge fund manager of the year. I got a picture of him. Was his middle name Salvatore? Is that his middle name? There's 2 pictures, though. I don't know which one's him. Oh, I think they're the same guy. Okay, this is the one for Bremer Capital. I got a picture of him. Okay, that's from... They got 2 pictures of him. There's 2 different pictures of him. I don't know which one's him. Okay, I got the picture of him. This is the actual picture. Okay, you want to see what he looks like? Here's what he looks like. Here's Tancredi Marchiolo, who said, "Do you want me to do her or just torture her?" This is the guy right here. You dirty, sick son of a bitch. You son of a mother. You burn in hell. You psychopath, disgusting maggot. Like, do you want me to torture her or just do her? Just incredible, dude. Here's what he looks like, y'all. There he is right there. That's what Tancredi looks like. This is the guy who wrote to Jeffrey Epstein, "Do you want me to torture her? Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her?" That's him right there. That's him right there. This guy wrote that. "Do you want me to do her or just torture her?" Wow. Wow. I mean, if you want this guy to burn in hell, give me a 3. Give me a 3. If this guy should burn in hell, give me a 3. This guy should burn. Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her? And if you look at him and you look deep, he looks like a psycho. He looks like an absolute psycho. Give me a 3 if you think he should burn in hell. It's a 3 for me. You're torn, James Gordon? Bro. Listen, in 1992 was the first time I ever voted. The first time I ever voted, I voted for Bill Clinton. I voted for Bill Clinton twice. I voted for Democrats all the way up till 2008, and then Obama droned to death 1 million Muslims after he took the Nobel Peace Prize. I never voted Democrat again. I voted third party since 2008. I would have voted for Bernie Sanders, but he said vote for her. And I said, fuck you, Bernie. I haven't voted Democrat or Republican since 2008. It's now 2026, so 18 years I haven't voted for a Democrat or Republican. Bill Clinton, the very guy I ever first voted for, which is a big deal for an 18-year-old kid, fry him. Bill Clinton should be fried. Put him in a frying pan and fry his ass. Fry his ass. Bill Clinton needs to go down. You know, they're talking about how the Clintons won't testify. If he doesn't testify, put him in a cage. These people have got to go down. And Trump is one of the pedophiles and one of the pedophile protectors. He's in dozens and dozens of documents. I think it's like 1,600 documents. His name is in the Epstein files. It's 1,600. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. And listen, I don't like Trump because he put 50,000 new cops on our streets and gave them masks and immunity. I hated Biden too. But you know whose name is not in here? Joe Biden's name is not in here. Not once. Neither is Obama's. Obama and Biden, neither one is in the Epstein files. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton and Trump are all through it, and a bunch of pictures of them together. Wow, I just can't believe it. I had such big fights with my friends over the Pizzagate that it was fake. And I fought tooth and nail and was like, this is stupid. Why are you saying Pizzagate is real? I was like so adamant about it that it was not real. It was totally fake and they were lying and that they were just making up conspiracy theories, and they attacked that pizza place in New York. And I was just embarrassed. So here's what this guy said. If you're just getting here, here's what this guy said. Oh man, I don't need your personal attacks, bro. I don't need your personal attacks, dude. You head on off my channel, brother. You go to another channel, man. But you're not to this one. You're banned. Thanks for coming by, dude. But you're a dick. So Tancredi Mary Cholo said, "Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her on?" And then they did that. I can't believe it. I can't believe Pizzagate's real. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. What time do you want to go get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? I can't believe it. What I'm showing you guys right now, I never thought I would see. I thought Pizzagate was 100% fake. I did not believe it at all whatsoever. I fought my friends on it, and I said it wasn't true. And then this one here. And so... do we have a name on this one? Is there a name? Because it's from, and we don't, why don't they show us who this is from? Because this one is just as disgusting. And we got to go from the bottom up, like my friend taught me here. Thank you for teaching me that. Okay. Thank you, Ripple Effect Media. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you moderators, you can just, these trolls, you can just straight ban them from the channel. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about how many subscribers or how many people are in the chat. I care about the quality of the people here. So the moderators, you have my full permission to just ban them from the channel. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I have millions of people that follow me. I don't give a shit if people, I don't care. So this one says, and this is from Epstein to whoever they blacked out. Epstein says here, she looks pregnant. And then this right here, is this a picture that they took out? And this was sent on April 2nd, 2016 at 7:19 p.m. to this person, the same name they blocked out, and they cut out his email address as well. And then the person replies, and he says here, she looks pregnant, and he says, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. What the fuck are we looking at here? We are literally looking at an entire fucking pedophile ring. That's what we're looking at. Wilderness Pig is back in the chat with 50 gifted memberships. Founding Father News, I see you, brother. Hey, Founding Father, we got to talk about the articles you're going to write. Wilderness Pig is in the chat with 50 gifted memberships. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? I have been up since 7 o'clock this morning, and it's 11. That's a not. You guys do me a favor. Say thank you, Wilderness Pig. Can you put that in the chat for me? Thank you, Wilderness Piggy. Thank you so much, brother. So Wilderness Pig, what I'm showing here today is I was sifting through the Epstein files and the Pizzagate thing that I fought my best friends in Alaska. I was raised with these guys since I was 5 years old. These guys I grew up with. So we have a tight bond. And let me tell you something. If we didn't, I would block them from my Facebook page, how much they deny that Trump's in the Epstein files. She looks pregnant, says Jeffrey Epstein. And the reply of this is, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. Right there, when I saw that, I sat here, my eyes welled up with tears. My throat got a lump in it. I was sitting here alone and I was like, fuck, man, I have got to get to the, man, this is just crazy. This is just crazy. Like, what the fuck? Look at this. Pizzagate. He calls, so Jeffrey Epstein sends a picture as well. He doesn't just say she looks pregnant. There's something deleted right there. Is there any technologists in here? Can any technologist tell me what this means? Is anybody a techie? That pizza looks pregnant, says Amateurus. So does that mean picture right there equal div? Does that mean picture? Is that what that means? I want to know. Okay, so FBGM. Okay, so FBGM, Pizzagate was a conspiracy theory that there was an elite pedophile ring that was trafficking children, and they used the code name Pizza for different children. That's the entire thing right there. And they said it was ran out of the little tiny pizza shop in New York, that the pizza shop had a basement, but the pizza shop didn't have a basement. Maybe the pizza shop does have a basement, because I did not believe in Pizzagate at all whatsoever. I'm not going to say his name, but one of my best friends in Alaska, we got on the phone and I was yelling at him. I'm like, you're a fucking moron, dude. I'm so wrong. I'm so sorry, dude, for yelling at you. I'm so wrong. Because here's how we know that this Pizzagate shit is real right here. This guy whose name they blanked out, they won't show us who it is. There's no co-conspirator, said Kash Patel. Dan Bongino, no, he killed himself. Okay, so this guy writes, whoever he is, to Jeffrey Epstein, he writes, Jeffrey Epstein writes, she looks pregnant. And I think that that's a picture, but some technologist is going to tell me it's something different. Oh no, Jay-Z and Beyonce are so guilty. It's crazy. I've been reading the Epstein files, y'all, just kind of sifting through them. Like my off time when I'm prepping for a case. Okay. She looks pregnant with a picture. He responds, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. Right there. So what I found out about Jay-Z was that Jay-Z was banging Aaliyah when she was 15 and he was 25 or 26. Then Jay-Z was banging Beyonce when he was 27 and she was 16. Let me tell you something. When I was 27 years old, I had 2 girlfriends and both of them were in their mid-20s and they were beautiful. I couldn't imagine going after a fucking kid. Like I couldn't even imagine it. So I'm going to show you a video now. And this video gets a little hairy. I'm going to be honest with you. All right. So try to hold on to your hats here, because this video is going to take you on a ride. It gets into satanic cults and it gets into all this wacky shit that I never thought was real. I thought, man, this is bullshit. People are just hyping shit up, but here it is. And we're going to watch part of this video right here. This is going to blow you away. This will absolutely blow you away. Chevy, where's Chevy? Chevy, where you at?
I thought I saw
Hold on.
right today.
Okay.
On January 30th, 2026, the Department of Justice released over, I think it was 3.5 million pages of the Jeffrey Epstein documents. But buried in that release is an internal FBI email. I think it was from August 28th, 2019. And you're not going to believe what's in this email.
I believe it.
And let's just say it kind of proves the whole premise of this video correct. But we're going to start with that and work our way backwards. So in this interview, I'm just going to read it because I don't think there's any room for speculation. And some of the things in here are too hot for YouTube. So I'm going to have to blank out some of the words, unfortunately, but that's the nature of this. The subject line of this email is interview with a purported Epstein victim, a male victim, and he described
A male
what he
victim.
witnessed.
So they were raping both. They were raping both children. It's uncomfortable. I don't even want to say it out loud. They were raping children, boys and girls.
A yacht. What did he just? The subject line of this email is interview with a purported.
Okay, thank you. That says right there. Thank you, Mikey B. This says div is HTML formatting code. I think it just groups stuff together to format a bunch of text usually. Thank you. I appreciate the information.
Epstein victim, a male victim, and he described what he witnessed on a yacht. What did he describe?
So this is an actual interview. The FBI sat down with this person who was a male victim, and here's what he described.
If you follow this channel, you probably already know because we've been talking about this for a long time. And we're not the only ones, by the way. This is something that has been, let's just say, suppressed in the mainstream. They like to paint this picture as totally false.
Right,
There
Smith,
is nothing
SS Smith,
factual
I
about
see
it.
you.
And people who bring it up have something wrong with them. Except that couldn't be farther from the truth. And we're going to prove that in this video. So what did he witness? What
Right,
did he
wilderness
witness on
pig.
that yacht that fateful day that these FBI agents are talking about in this internal email? Well, he witnessed, let's just say, babies being...
Wait, what are you saying?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
They witnessed babies that were being unalived. And pieces of those were...
So, okay. So I heard this yesterday, and I didn't show it because I'm trying to stay in my lane and just cover constitutional stuff. But I want to take a look at this because it's worth looking at. It's important that we look at it together so that we can understand exactly what's happening here. Okay, so this says, Michael, I still can't see it. The font is so small. So this is an interview. Thanks, I didn't realize Bush raped him too. Now this is about George H. Bush. Do you remember how George W. Bush, they says, oh, I got to kill Osama. I got to kill the leader of this country because he threatened to kill my dad. I didn't realize Bush raped him too. And then he says, while on a yacht, he witnessed African-American males having sex with white blonde females, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar, but left no scarring. Do you know what that word is? SCIMITAR. His feet were cut. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being, babies being, the word is there. Their insides were removed and individuals eating the feces from the intestines. He was also raped by George Bush #1. Victim disclosure. He was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore, who was the creator of True Pundit. Michael Moore walked him in. Holy shit. So Michael Moore, the documentary filmmaker, found a victim that George Bush allegedly had raped, a man, and said that they saw them dismembering babies and eating the intestines. Victim disclosed he was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website that attempts to paint the FBI in a bad light. Moore has a criminal record as a result of an FBI investigation. Copyright infringement. Let me know if you want to discuss the former FBI agent that called this info into the head office. And then down here it says, interview of purported Epstein victim. And this is from a copper, Walter Harkins at nypd.org. I told you there, and this is the crazy part, is there are some good cops. Do you know what I've been reading? I've been reading Ask Law Enforcement. It wasn't the documentarian. You're right. You're exactly right, Wilderness Pig. So it was not the documentarian. I thought it was Michael Moore, the documentarian, because who else would walk in a victim who has the power to walk someone right in the FBI and they're going to take a meeting with him. So apparently this guy has some power too. And that's just what he says.
Removed from them and consumed. Let's just say that. All right. And guys,
they're talking about taking the intestines out of babies and eating them. And this is someone who they interviewed that said this straight-faced to an FBI agent.
To be clear, I'm not saying this actually happened. What I'm saying is this is in the Jeffrey Epstein emails. So whether or not this happened, you be the judge. I'm just presenting to you what's in the emails. But it doesn't stop there, because this man, this victim, described it as a ritualistic sacrifice. He even said that his own feet were cut with a scimitar. And guys, here's the crazy part. Again, I'm not saying whether this is true or not. I'm just saying it's simply in the
alleged.
files.
It's alleged. And I'm saying the same thing. It's alleged. But we also didn't know that Pizzagate was real. And it apparently is.
He named George H.W. Bush. And we know he was in Skull and Bones, and he's been accused of being let's just say, involved with some pretty shady things. So whether or not that's true, that's up to you. But the FBI agent's written response to his colleague says something like this. He said, "I didn't realize Bush him too." And the fact that he used the word "too," the FBI agent used the word "too" in this email, in my opinion, it indicates that there were others that were implicated in this.
No, Nicki Minaj is a crazy bitch. What are you talking about? She's fucking nuts. She's absolutely nuts. Pick me. That's Nicki Minaj.
And the FBI knew the names of those other people. Now, why those emails aren't released with this batch, who knows? And, this whole new batch of Epstein emails, it doesn't really prove too much because, again, a lot of the stuff is totally redacted.
You see what Nipples Malone put? Everybody owes Mel Gibson an apology. I got to call my best buddy back in my hometown in Alaska and apologize to him.
Black pages, and there's a lot of stuff that's just mysteriously missing from it. But with over 3 million files released, with over 3 million documents released, I think it's going to take a while for people to go through it and to really dig up the true meat of this, right? So where am I going with this? Well, I found something extremely interesting, a documented event that took place halfway around the world in Australia. And this event seemingly links together what the Epstein files talk about with what the media denies even exists and with what people and with what whistleblowers have been saying is true for a long time, right? What am I talking about? Well, in November 2025, Australian police arrested 4 men in Sydney for what they called, and guys, I'm quoting directly here, for what they called the, quote, international satanic child ring. Now, this investigation is called Strike Force Constantine. It remains active today, right now, as you watch this video. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's not a cold case. It is an active case right now. But here's the thing. The official narrative that they want us to believe anyway, is that this is just mass hysteria. It's the satanic panic. It's been exposed, debunked, and discredited decades ago. And the only people that believe that now are conspiracy theorists. But what if the story that they say, what if that story that the whole satanic panic thing was just debunked and discredited? What if that's not the whole story? What if the whole story is far darker and far more, let's just say, evil than the mainstream media would like people to believe? Now, before I get into what we're going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to show you a clip. This is a short clip. I think it's like 2 minutes long. It's from an interview I did with a man named Russ Dizdar. Now, those of you who watch my channel regularly probably have seen this clip before, but I want to insert it here because it's extremely relevant to this conversation, what we just talked about, and what we are going to be talking about. So watch this clip with Russ Dizdar, and I'll see you afterwards.
Well, see, first of all, it's normal when you go to the Old Testament, Moloch and the Baals.
Okay, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause right here real quick, because what I want to do is I want to show you guys how you can look up the Epstein files, because a lot of people ask me, how do you look up the Epstein files? It is really easy to do. So let me show you exactly how to do it. I'm gonna pull up the I'm gonna pull up the website for you right now. Okay, so here it is right here. This is the actual website where you can look up the Epstein files. I'm going to put this link in the chat for you if you want to go browse through the Epstein files. Here it is, right here. There it is. You see that link I put right there? Okay, cool. So I'm Chille, bro. I'm the guy whose channel you're watching with 1,500 other people, man. Let's just check it out, all right? Okay, so now I'm going to go like this. properties, and I'm going to put right here. Okay, so this is this is how you get there. What is that? So you go to the Department of Justice and you look up the... Oh, wow. Oh, you can't see them like this. What a bummer. Oh, what a bummer. Let me see if I open up a... Let me see if I can open up a page that you guys can see. Okay. So I'm not a robot. You just go to U.S. Department of Justice. Okay, let me see if you can see it like this. This is a PDF, so maybe this will work better. Okay. Oh, it won't let me show it through OBS. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So someone look up Boris Nikolic. Boris Nikolic. B-O-R-I-S. Last name N-I-K-O-L-I-C. Boris Nikolic. That is the name. Boris Nikolic. It's here. There's the name right there. Someone look that guy up right there. So it won't let me show you guys the documents through OBS. That is so terrible. I'm going to try anyway just to see. Let me see if I go like this. Copy link address. Let me stick this link address directly in there and see. Okay, it won't let me do it. Son of a... I wanted to show this to you guys. Okay, I'll go back to this video. But you just go to the DOJ. It's really easy to do, and it's not fun, but it's...
On January 30th, 2026,
so I'm going to jump
the
ahead here.
Department of Justice released over, I think it was 3.5 million you afterward.
Explain to me.
And I'll see you afterwards.
Well, see, first of all, it's normal when you go to the Old Testament, Moloch and the Baals, they wanted to be the children. Explain to me by saying this because it's a higher level of blasphemy to God, against God. It's and for some reason the demons love bringing that kind of harm. We look at a child and automatically we're going to protect them, save them, guard them, whatever it takes. They look at a child, they'd eat it alive, they destroy it, they'd torture it. Got to remember that's their nature, and so. If they could show more of their nature to a defenseless child, they love that. That's why some rituals are called demon revels or satanic revels. The younger the child, and here's exactly what dark undergrounders have said to me in rituals.
I found a non-disclosure from Bill Gates to Epstein where they agree they won't disparage each other publicly.
The younger, the better. And we never kill them right away. We prolong the torture. Why? Because we have to raise the energies, the terror, the fear, and then little by little letting some blood out, because blood is and all that torment. It's like, think in terms of rats and garbage. Smelly old garbage draws the rats. A ritual with all that torture, with all that pain, ultimately prescribed by the demons in the first place, it draws them. And once they begin to open the blood gate, that's what they attach to in the context ritual. Then when a child or a human is, that's when the demons are released to the practitioners. So it's all about their unsatiable hatred of God. Anything they can do to harm humanity, harm innocence as an attack on God in a sense. And there's no question in their nature, they don't shed a tear. They don't have any mercy. So they'll harm, and they love that as part of the entrance to come into the side.
It really is unbelievable to think that there's people that can do
You know, after reading the pizza thing, you got to believe there is evil.
that without any. I mean, like you were saying yesterday, how do you not smack him in the head with a 2x4? You must have.
There's times.
He's just like.
Well, there's
the power.
there's some people right now. It's like, good news is we're working with some people, law enforcement people, that are going to go after him. And praise God if they get jailed.
Thanks,
I even
Legalized
told
Freedom.
some of them
Good to see you.
in Pennsylvania, if they go to jail, praise God they go to jail. That because we realize this, like that, Satanist ritualistic pedophiles, they don't stop until they get stopped.
For many in the United States and Canada, It's much more convenient. It feels better to deny that Satanism is rampant in America and Canada. It feels better to deny that we have young people by the millions now captivated in something that can make killers out of them. And yet, my friend, right now, there are over 12 million teenagers and younger children who are now involved in the occult in one way or another. And denying it isn't going to make any difference. See, whether you believe in occultism, whether you believe that Satan has power,
Sure did,
whether
Vic
you
Morris.
believe that
Sure
Satan can give you the things that he's promising these kids, that's immaterial, my friend, because they believe it.
So if you're under the age of 40, you probably learned about the satanic panic the same way that everybody else did, right? It was just nothing but hysterical parents. It was overzealous prosecutors and fundamental religious people who were, ruining the lives of innocent people, saying that they were involved with these things when they really weren't. But here's the thing, guys. There are pieces of evidence, there are documents that nobody has seen.
Yeah.
Well, I should say people have seen, but most people haven't seen.
Oh, yeah.
And I would say that the majority of the public, they have never seen this. They've never heard about it. And when they do find out about it, they're shocked that they can't believe it even exists. 40 years
Karen.
before the FBI published their famous debunking of, satanic ritual abuse and satanic panic, all this stuff, they tried to debunk it, right? 4 years before that, what happened? The United States Department of Justice released a law enforcement training manual called what? Those of you that know, put it in the comments. It was called
How to
Satanic
police
Cult Awareness.
Yep,
Now, one of
satanic
the
cults.
contributors to this
how
document
to
was a
police
detective with the
satanic
San
cults.
Francisco Police Department. I think it was the first recognized law enforcement specialist that was into the occult, or not into the occult, but specialized in the occult, I should say, in occult crimes. And the thing about this document, too, the United States...
So I'm going to read this document, but Karen for Drake. So yesterday I made a video and I said that our founding fathers were here illegally. And that directly ties back to the Doctrine of Discovery. The Doctrine of Discovery is called a palpable, and it's signed by Pope Alexander VI in 1493. And the palpable, what it said was that any European Christian who discovered lands where it wasn't occupied by Christians could claim that land as their own. And so when King George III sent the colonizers here, 1608, the landing of Jonestown, he didn't send them, but by when King George III was in power, the prohibitory doctrine was a proclamation written by King George III in 1775, and he declared that all of the American colonists here who were revolting against England were now in violation of the law. And so our founding fathers were here illegally. That's a fact. 1775, the prohibitory doctrine by King George III. You can look that up. But I want to read this document real quick. So let's just see if we can zoom in and take a look at it. It's a lot, and they'll read it tiny. It's tiny.
States Defense Investigative Service, I believe it is, they reviewed it and they approved it. And not only that, a bunch of other career investigators, they teamed together to write this document. So it wasn't just one person pulling all of this stuff out of thin air. No, this was a coordinated effort to gather intelligence, to gather information, and to piece together things that were kind of fragmented and bring it all together into one unified document so that people like, i.e. law enforcement officers who may or may not come in contact with these types of crimes,
that's right,
would be better equipped to handle them based on, what's in this document. And the document also goes on to say that the crimes, they're vicious, they're revolting, and they create fear in whatever community they take place in. So think about this, right? So what does this mean? Think about this.
So I can read the document on the other screen because I have a much bigger screen over here. But this says the Church of Satan worships Satan, most clearly symbolized in the Roman god Lucifer, the bearer of the light, the spirit of the air, and the personification of enlightenment. Satan is not visualized as anthropomorphic being, rather being represents the force of nature. To the Satanist, the self is the highest embodiment of human life and is sacred. The Church of Satan is essentially a human potential movement, and members are encouraged to develop whatever capabilities they can, which they may excel in. They are, however, cautioned to recognize their limitations. An important factor in this philosophy of rational self-interest, Satanists practice magic. the art of changing situations or events in accordance with one's will, which would, using normally accepted methods, be impossible. Creedal statements and or authoritative literature. The writings of Anton S. LaVey provide the direction for the Satanist Bible, the complete which, the 10 satanic rituals, see also ethics. Members are encouraged to study pertinent writings which serve as guidelines for the satanic thought, such as words of Mark Twain, Nico Machiavelli, G.S. Shaw, Ayn Rand, Friedrich Nietzsche, etc. Ethical practices. The ethical stance of the Church of Satan is summarized in the 9 satanic statements. Here's the 9 satanic statements right here. I'm sure you can't read it, but I can see it on my other screen that's much bigger than this screen. I'm going to open it even a little bit bigger so the words are a little... And here are the 9 satanic statements. Satan represents indulgence instead of abstinence. Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams. Satan represents undefined wisdom instead of hypocritical self-defeat. Satan represents kindness to all those who deserve it instead of love wasted on ingrates. Satan represents vengeance instead of turning the other cheek. Satan represents responsibility for the responsible instead of concerned for psychic vampires. Satan represents man as just another animal, sometimes better, more often worse, than those that walk on all fours, who, because of his divine and intellectual development, has become the most vicious animal of all, mankind. Satan represents all of the so-called sins as they lead to physical, mental, or emotional gratification. Satan has been the best friend of the church has ever had, and he has kept it in business all these years. Beyond the above principles, Satanists generally oppose the use of narcotics, which dull the senses, and suicide, which cuts off life. The great indulgence and stands firmly for law and order. Satan stands firmly for law and order. Whose law and order? You know what I mean? Because in 1775, it was illegal to be here, according to King George III. The Church of Satan is not to be confused with the Satanist group, which have been found engaged in illegal acts. Sorry about that.
It means that the federal government, it trained the police across the country to investigate satanic ritual crimes. Officially, on the record, okay? This isn't a conspiracy theory. It never was, and it never will be. The fact is that they're trying to cover this whole thing up in a way that discredits it. So whenever somebody might bring up the claims in the future, they're laughed at in the same way that they used to laugh at the UFO people. Like I said, this DOJ manual is pretty long, Satanic Cult Awareness. I think it runs like 47, 48 pages, something like that. It's a pretty long document. And it lists different types of abuse that these Satanists do to their victims. Physical confinement in cages.
Right, Marcus.
Sexual torture. Forced witness of murder, brainwashing, near-death experiences that are used as control mechanisms.
Listen, let me say something to you guys in the crowd. I can talk about anything. I can talk about periods. I can talk about pooping. I can talk about anything. I can talk about satanic cults. You name it. Nothing triggers me. You're not going to get me where like you say Trump and I get mad, or you say Clinton and I get mad. That's not how I am. I want to examine everything. I want to look at everything. And if you say something that I don't agree with, I'll examine it and I'll say, hey, I don't think you're right. And my closest friends, those guys get to see my actual emotion come out. But for the most part, when I'm on air like this, I'm just showing you guys what I'm seeing. And I read that because it's open to read and I want to take a look at it. You know, it's just, anyway, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I can't stay. I've been on for an hour. I didn't even have this much time. I'm in the middle of working on a case and doing technology stuff, so I cannot stay any further. I hate to leave with 1,200, 1,300 people here, but I've got to go. I've got to go. I got to go back to work. I'm not going to go back to work. I'm going to go to bed right now. I'm going to get up super early tomorrow. Dr. Sean Berry is in the chat. You guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you would, please. Please come back to the channel. This is an accountability and transparency channel, and really against the police state, prison state, death state. So, I agree with you there. I think that this administration is evil. I think Trump is evil. I think he's involved with evil people. I know he is. He's involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Do you guys remember the video of Trump and Epstein? Let me pull that up for you real quick. Let me pull this up for you. And you guys remember seeing the movie The Devil's Advocate? Yeah. Oh, man. All the Epstein files are redacted, so it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But there's a video of, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But the Pizzagate is real. This video right here, I want to show you this video. Okay, this one right here, I'm gonna have to kill the sound on this because it has rhythm is a dancer, it's a source companion. It's snap. Rhythm is a dancer. Okay, I got to kill the sound on this. But watch Jeffrey Epstein. Who remembers seeing the movie The Devil's Advocate? Watch Epstein's mouth. When they did, and this came out in 92, I think that's around The Devil's Advocate when it came out. But look at Epstein's mouth. He looks absolutely fucking evil. Move the stupid words off the screen. You got to see Epstein's mouth. I'm not showing you for Trump. I'm showing you Epstein has the mouth of the devil. Watch him. When he opens his mouth, he looks like one of those demons in that movie. Like, look, just sitting there sizing up. I don't know what you're doing. He's a pig. I mean, this guy's how many people did he blackmail? How many kids did he grape? Like, how many kids did he screw? You know? But watch him when he smiles. He looks like one of the demons on The Devil's Advocate. It's one of the most sickest things I've ever seen. He looks so freaking evil. There it is right there. Oh my God. Look at that. He looks absolutely like a devil. Put a 6 in the chat if he looks like a devil. Watch this. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back just a little bit. Watch this shit right here. Okay, I went back. Now here comes Epstein. Watch him when he smiles. He absolutely looks like oh my God, look at him. Oh my God. Does he not look like a demon? Does he not look like a fucking demon? Look at that. He looks like, who saw The Devil's Advocate? He looks like one of those demons from The Devil's Advocate. It is absolutely terrifying. Look at that. And he's not even trying. That's just who he is. That's him. Oh my God. And now we're reading in these Epstein files what he actually did. And we're reading that he nicknamed the children pizzas. And that lines up directly with Pizzagate. Look at that guy. He looks fucking evil. Look at him. What happened? Looks like a horn. Do you see that? Watch his forehead right here. It looks like a horn's coming through. He literally looks like a devil. You see that up there? See his head right here? Do you see it? Wow. Getting evil, man. He looks absolutely like a demon. Does he not? He looks like an evil. Death Angel, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see everybody on Team DLZ. Thanks for coming by. Remember, we have federal court. We have federal court coming up. Federal court is coming up next week, 1 week from today. 1 week from today, we have federal court. So I have a GoFundMe going. You guys go to the GoFundMe, drop in 10, 15, 20 bucks. I need more help than I have now. I really do. The GoFundMe is GoFundMe/F/delete Lawz. Pretty simple. GoFundMe/F/delete Lawz. That's the GoFundMe. So if you would please, power inherent to the people is in the chat. Here's the GoFundMe link. .com/F/F and then delete Lawz. There it is right there. You see how easy that link is? It is so easy. It is so easy. I really appreciate your support. It really means a lot to me. I put the link right in the chat. GoFundMe.com/F/delete Lawz. So easy. I got to get the flock out of here, man. I got to get the flock out of here. Wilderness Pig, thanks for the 50 gifted memberships. I super appreciate it. Danelle Brown, Cope Doggy Dog. Go back to the beginning of this. Pizzagate. At least the Epstein gang was calling children pizza, and how one pizza looks. It's Cope Doggy Dog. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Power inherent to the people. So glad you made a live stream for a minute. I got to go. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.